Oxfordshire News.
Oxfordshire Life.
BBC Radio Oxford.
BBC Radio Oxford's afternoon show with me, Jo. So let's get down to business, because I know that we've got some guests that we're going to be speaking to with regard to a number of shows that are coming to the county over the next few weeks. And the next show is one I'm really interested in hearing more about, because we were talking about the challenges of bringing a book to the stage with great expectations. And Jack London's Call of the Wild, the story of a dog being brought to the stage, I think might be one of the ultimate challenges. How's this going to work?
Well, we'll find out, because on the line now we should have Barney Norris, who has adapted the script.
Hello, Barney.
Hi, hello.
Now, this, I think, sounds a great trip down memory lane for many people. They might have remembered reading the book when they were younger as well. What inspired you to take this story and bring the west coast of America to the Oxfordshire stage?
Well, I was excited by it because it's an incredibly powerful elemental story. I mean, the top line is always going to be that it's about a dog, but it's a story about self-realization and about trying to become free and get yourself out of systems that sort of control individuals. But it just happens that happens to a number of four-legged friends rather than humans. But it's a story that really speaks to, I think, a lot of basic emotions in all of us.
Now, we're going to explore the sort of the central character and the story line in a moment or two. But you've got a great sort of Oxford story yourself, haven't you? Because initially drama officer at Oxford University.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. That was another thing that excited me about the project so much. Is I was a student here as well, and then last year I worked in an office in the Playhouse as drama officer, and I'd acted in 4 plays at the Playhouse as well. So to get the chance to write for this stage is such a it's such a great opportunity, and to write for a large cast, things like that. That was very exciting for the project as well. You know, it's lovely to come back.
How did you actually approach taking this classic novel and converting dogs into human actors? What was your process?
Well, it's really interesting what you say about the difficulty, or not the difficulty, but the challenges of adapting a novel, prose fiction, onto the stage, because a novel, although people do read them in single sittings, happens a lot of the time in several segments over several evenings, whereas a play is a live action thing, and you don't want it to become episodic or repetitive or boring, as you say, or 12 hours long. And so the first thing is to try and understand essentially what the story is about, to be able to imagine it away from the book, and to be able to take the characters out and know where you want them to go, what you want them to do, and almost to make it up yourself, but simply to change as few of the details as you make it up yourself as possible from the original was my approach. I don't know if that was a good approach, but I hope it was, where if you can understand the story without the book, then you can reimagine it anew as a live experience.
So how are rehearsals progressing? Are you sitting in and making changes as we go along?
I've been in a little bit. I'm fussy and difficult, so I avoid rehearsal room as much as possible. But no, we've been rehearsing for quite a while now, getting the physicality, because it's a real exciting opportunity, putting animalistic physicality onto that stage and working with a large company who can do interesting things with their body. So that's taken a lot of work. I've sat in just to try and make the script as easy for the company to work around as possible, which has been a great opportunity to work on rewrites, on making it right.
Well, I know I'm particularly looking forward to seeing how you manage to capture the snowy wastelands of Alaska and setting a log cabin on fire on stage. I think that's going to be a
during an Oxfordshire heatwave, we should add as well.
Yes, well, the fire's going to be easy. Yeah, we'll just open the roof and put some grass on stage, a bit of glass, it'll be fine. But the snow's trickier, you know. It's a terrible risk assessment for me. It's taken a long time. But
and I just want to sort of come back to how the dog and these characters are portrayed. They're being portrayed by actors rather than puppets, because when people are thinking animals on stage, a default setting at the moment is going to be Warhorse, isn't it? And the great puppetry involved there.
Yes, I mean, it's been something that's been such a popular, successful. There are a few puppetry groups, and the National have done a number of shows. I mean, Mike Bartlett just had a show with the same puppet company at the National recently as well. We haven't gone for that simply because ultimately for us, for the company, it's a story about a collective of individuals trying to find a voice for themselves. It's a sort of John Steinbeck story about a people, and the individual characters should always pull back into the larger world of the play, and simply having a group of actors embodying those parts felt like the most exciting way of putting it on stage for us.
Well, I was going to ask the question, do we have some dates? But you obviously, better than anybody else, Barney, are going to know exactly when you're opening.
Yes, we open on May the 11th at 7:30. That's a Wednesday, and we run till the 14th in the Playhouse, with matinees on the Thursday and the Saturday, so 6 performances over the week.
Okay, so the box office details as we gave before, oxfordplayhouse.com and Oxford 305 305, the number there. We wish you all the very best, Barney. It sounds like an exciting production.
Thanks very much.
Right, well, we're going to take a look at some other events happening across Oxfordshire in a moment or two. And again, 81333, starting your message with the word Oxford. If you've seen a show of late that you really would like to sing the praises of from the rooftops, we are here to do that for you. Let us know what it is that's inspired you. Or maybe, you know, because we're open to discussion here, you've seen a show that has been receiving rave reviews and world acclaim, but you just didn't quite get it. Well, we can ask our guys here in the studio, Simon and Gus, maybe what the key things we should be looking for. And if, like me, you don't go to theatre as much as you should, what should you be looking for in terms of challenging yourself in shape of production? So more on the Oxfordshire theatre scene coming up in just a sec. But right now, the very latest on the roads.
BBC Radio Oxford.